Hi everyone, Dee here. So today we're going to look into Ethiopian magic scrolls. Now there's a lot of detail in the books below that I'm sharing. So I just wrote down a synopsis and we are basically not going to get into the magical aspect of it. We are just concentrating on the art form, because it's not something that I'm good at, it's something which will take years and, decades of workings before you could say that you're good at making talismans. Manic art is basically, you have to be part of that tradition, which I'm not. And I'm nowhere close to doing that. I just do prayers, my regular prayers, and yeah, move on from there. So, anyway, let's do the synopsis. I wrote down a quick synopsis of the history, a 2 minute synopsis for YouTube. Ethiopian talismans are protective amulets that blend ancient Jewish mysticism, early Christianity, and Islamic traditions into uniquely powerful objects. Created by Daptara, learned scribes, these scrolls and parchment feature sacred names, prayers, and striking imagery, especially the iconic eye magic that wards off evil. They are deeply personal, custom made for specific protections needed like childbirth, illnesses, or spiritual attack. What makes them fascinating is how they embody Ethiopian position as a crossroads civilization, Solomon's legacy, Coptic Christianity, and Quranic wisdom all woven together in vivid ink and ancient scripts. These aren't museum pieces, they're still actively used today, representing a living tradition of spiritual protection that survived for over a millennium. So, these are the books. I shared this book with you last time when we started the course, the tutorials, and I shared the icons, the murals that were up in the monasteries. And this is the scroll, one of the scrolls. If you can see, I'm going to bring it up there. As you can see, the art there. Generally, these are not made on paper. These are made on animal skins. The scholar would tell them what kind of animal is required. Then, when the stars align, they would sacrifice the animal, use the ink from the animal's blood, use the skin as parchment, and with prayers and, deep prayers, they would write down on the parchment and draw. So, this is the other book. It's by the scholar Maser. I'm bad with names. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to probably butcher his name. Woe be on me. And it's a lovely book that I picked up, I think, from Norfolk, from a very lovely bookstore, one of those secondhand bookstores. I couldn't believe it that I found this book. And it goes into a lot of detail about talismanic art and how it was given to the children of Cain by Azazel, the demon Azazel. And, it goes from there. These are the pictures. And one can read up about it. I sat and I read through the book. But again, for YouTube, you have to keep it short. So let me quickly show you the plates. Wait, hang on. Let's go from here. Aren't they lovely? Oh, we are going to be starting with the 8-pointed star. I think what it says is basically the 8-pointed star was a universal motif in the ancient world. It is found particularly in Islamic culture as an ornament or a talisman, and it is said to have been the engraving or diamond in Solomon's ring. In Ethiopia, where 5 or 6 pointed stars are rare, it is sometimes called Solomon's seal. In Islamic tradition, the central space is generally left blank or decorated with a few ringed letters. The magician sometimes writes the name of the client or the angel in the prayer there, especially if it is a cipher talisman. However, in Ethiopian works, a face is generally drawn in the center. The face is known as Gatsa Sabi, face of a person. It is a face connected with the prayer that goes with the talisman, and its presence is necessary for its effectiveness of the scroll. Thus defined, the face has a sort of local identity. A generic meaning can also be attributed to it, interpretable with help of the accompanying prayer, the face of God, an angel, a demon, a man, and so on. The 8 points indicate the four direction of the talisman's protective power. Whoever comes from the east, etc. In relation to the face in the center, they are luminous radiance or the wings that enable it to move in all directions. One Daptara has said that each of the 8 wings is an angel serving the central face. He is referring implicitly to the passage from the Apocrypha of Clement. The family of angels is numerous. They have no single aspect. Indeed, there are some who have many eyes, some who are only eyes, some who are all a burst of light, brighter than the light of the sun, some who have faces like a man's face, some who have 2 wings, some who have 1 wing, some who are 2 wings, some who are all 1 wing. Therefore, in a picture like this, eyes, face, and wings are all angels. Finally, these pictures are often interpreted as signifying the cross of Christ with the Savior's face inscribed in the center. So I was thinking today we'll do this. It's an easy one to make, especially when I'm not doing it while I'm praying. I mean, that's how you're supposed to do a talisman. But like I said, we are coming at it from an arts perspective, where we are learning about another person's culture. So I think, yeah, gold, sienna, and brown. Okay. And tomorrow we'll probably do a guardian angel. I think it would be fun to make a guardian angel. So let's get to it. I was thinking of using, let me just put this at the back, my pink journal. That way the work is still protected and it's given its due respect. So I'm going to be copying the work. Oh, you will look at this one. Sun and the 3 animals. Beautiful work. Which one? Where did it go? Face and checkerboard pattern, the cherubs. No, St. George. Look at St. George. Adorable 2 angels, a demon, scary cat, protective figure, that's Jesus, Solomon, Daniel. It's here. There we go. I have to just get my colors ready for it. You know, I could get the colors and everything ready beforehand, but yeah, I'm just showing you the way we artists do things. We are very messy lot. There are some who aren't as messy as I am, but I like having my things around me. I put them away and then I can't remember where I put my things away. And then it gets disorganized. So it's always better to have things on hand. I think that should be it. And I can use my, even acrylics with it. Because this is actually just in my journal. Where do I put this? I think it's okay here. You guys can just watch me quickly do it. I don't even think I could ever offer a course on this. I'm more the kind who just does her prayers as a discipline daily and move things from there. I'm not a grimoire magician. So That's one. My other palette needs to be cleaned. Two. It's all going to be browns and black. Gold in the end. I think I'm going to use gold in the end on top. It dries up very fast. Latte brown. It looks like a skin color to me. Okay, I really need a different. Maybe I could use my Derwent. Does it have a brown? Yep. I could use this as my Derwent. I can use this also at the time being. Marta. Okay. Are we good to go? I think we are good to go. And we are done, guys. Uh, yeah, the family's around. So there's a lot of action happening in the house. Sweet Pea is going to leave tomorrow. So, this is the eight pointed star. Let me show the original. That's the original. So, obviously, my suspicion is that, all this brown stuff is dried blood, probably dried animal blood. And below, in the comment section, I'll be giving more information. in case you want to read up about the materials that they used. And this would be it. And I'll probably write the information down for myself over here. And tomorrow, then we will probably be painting, I think, a guardian angel. I really like this one. We'll make it festive. I may stay with these colors, or I might make them more, neon, fluorescent, one of those kinds. I'll decide then because I still like these colors a lot. Obviously they faded, so it's nice, and I'll read out what's said over here as well. In fact, the devil is also very cute. I think this is protective figure. That's not the devil. The devil, devil. What's all the angels? The demon is very cute, and I think in the end there is one where they've imprisoned Satan. Which is that one? But anyway, that's angels of the four directions. There was one over here. Yeah, here we go. Look at this one. It's really nice. So tomorrow we'll do the guardian angel, and we'll paint the guardian angel. And I think this was a very good endeavor. If you want to make your own talismans, you can imbue it with your own prayers and the ways of doing things that I'm not going to get into over here. I hope you like it. Until tomorrow then, bye.